Today I am going to explain the fourth chapter of geography, weathering and soil formation. Weathering is the breaking down of rocks and other materials on the earth's surface. It is a slow, continuous process. It affects all substances exposed to the atmosphere. The types of weathering. Rocks on the Earth's surface are broken down by three types of weathering: mechanical or physical, chemical, and biological weathering. Now, let us take mechanical weathering. Mechanical or physical weathering, when the forces of weathering break rocks into smaller pieces but do not change the chemical makeup of rocks, this process is called mechanical weathering. During physical weathering, the mechanical disintegration or breaking of rocks happen into different shapes and smaller sizes. Now let us take the causes of physical weathering or mechanical disintegration of rocks. Temperature. Temperature. Rocks can be broken apart by changes in temperature. Rocks heat up in the sun during the day and the outside of the rock expands. But when the air temperature drops at night, the rock surface cools and contracts. This continuing cycle causes particles to break off, and this process is called exfoliation. Now, let us take frost action. Unlike most liquids, water expands when it freezes. The repeated freezing and melting of water is called frost action. When water freezes in cracks in the rocks, it expands, making the cracks larger. Ultimately, the rock break into pieces. Now, gravity is another agent of physical or mechanical weathering. Sometimes gravity pulls loosened rocks down mountain cliffs in a landslide. As the rocks fall, they collide with one another and break into smaller pieces. Now, let us take chemical weathering. Chemical weathering happens when the chemical makeup of rock changes. The minerals in the rocks, they undergo change in the chemical composition and appearance and thus become weak. Many substances react chemically with rocks to break them down. Now let us take types of chemical weathering. The first one is oxidation. It is the process in which oxygen chemically combines with another substance. Iron in rocks combine with oxygen in the air and water to form iron oxide or rust on the rocks, changing their color to reddish brown. The second type of chemical weathering is carbonation. When carbon dioxide dissolves in water, carbonic acid is formed. When carbonic acid reacts chemically with other substance, the process of carbonation occurs. It produces features like rock cavities and sinkholes. Now let us take hydration. This is another type of chemical weathering. Hydration happens when hydrogen present in water and air reacts with rocks and dissolves them. The change of feldspar, a hard crystalline mineral, and kaolin, white clay formed by weathering, is an example of hydration. Another kind of chemical weathering is solution. It happens when rainwater dissolves soluble minerals present in the rock, such as rock salt or gypsum, finally weakening and breaking down of rocks.